Have you been apologized to? Yeah? There is where you lose all your temper.
Anyway, it is a matter of life and death. But anyway, moving on to another thing that possibly, well, Uhuru Kenyatta maybe didn't think it was a matter of life and death. Uhuru Kenyatta says there was no reason for him to attend the presidential debate since his development record speaks for itself. President Uhuru Kenyatta skipped the much-awaited presidential debate even as the main rival used that opportunity to sell his candidature in a live televised debate. President Uhuru had a few weeks ago indicated that he would not honor the invite after complaining that the organizers had not involved him to discuss and agree on the format and the rules of engagement. The snub gave NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga an opportunity of over 1 hour in the second phase of the debate that followed an earlier one attended by 3 presidential candidates to lay bare his vision for Kenya. All right, and for this point, we want to release KTN Home because Life and Style is about to begin. But for those of us on KTN News, we continue with Hot Topics. And if you're on KTN Home and would like to continue with us on Hot Topics, well, time to switch over. So, well, the president gave the debate a wide berth. And let me just hear, first of all, what you have to say. And then at this point, please don't call me Joe again.
You're my
Right?
Joe is this one.
You are fake Joe.
Fake Joe.
Yeah, you are fake Joe.
We have the real Joe.
There was so much anticipation on Monday, on that debate, all over Kenya. I remember everybody would call the newsrooms and ask, are they all coming to the show? And I remember even somebody came to invigilate some students and said, no, let's stop at that. I want to rush home and watch Uhuru and Raila on this. I won't say it was a flop in terms of the debate. Okay, I would say it was a disappointment.
Sorry, sorry. I think apparently we need to, well, still release KTN Home because they are still with us. Hawataki kuenda, but you can understand why. But anyway, Life and Style is just about to begin for us now. We'll say goodbye to KTN Home. Sorry, carry on.
All right. And, you know, there are so many theories around why the president never attended the debate. I'm not part of the theories. I'm just listening to Kenyans and all that. But I just say in a basic way that it was a very big disappointment for Kenyans that he didn't attend for reasons that his guys would give the next day. And I saw a lot of online, and we're now digital, and so you could have Skyped these things. And at some point in a week, he even had an online kind of debate and questions and answers. Mike, it is very hard, again, for a man to go someplace when he knows that he's a culprit in terms of, I'm the one who is a target to be pinned. Again, against records which speak for themselves, or of course, records will speak for themselves in a positive or negative way. So I just leave it at that.
Your thoughts, Sheila?
Personally, I think he could have at least shown up, because you guys, we are all trying to see who is going to be the next president. We don't know who it's going to be. It's like there is a vacancy. Even if you, like for example, Mike, if you had that KTN is doing auditions for a host for this same show, wouldn't you show up? Because you don't know if they find somebody else, that person could just take the position. So I think just for that one reason, the fact that after 8th, it's going to be an empty office, and the best candidate is going to take it. For that one reason, I think he should have come. Do I know what is in his register, whether his record is clean, or whether he would have been pinned on? I'm not sure about that, but I wish he would have just shown up. But at this particular point, I think I have seen people, everyone has an opinion on social media. Mpaka, you're wondering, okay, is that correct? Because I'm sure before the debate, they were like, okay, my president or my leader is going to show up. And then Baba shows up. That was very commendable. I liked his spirit. I liked what he told the Kenyans. But then the people who are still ranting about Uhuru, I'd like to rant. But at this particular point, instead of wishing he came, I think I'd rather wish for more realistic things. Like, I wish I'm going to make more money.
Well put.
Well, Sheila, whether the president was going to be put, on the spotlight, he's been the president for the past 5 years. Yes, it's like, look, we pay taxes. somebody has to tell us where that money is going. Sometimes you look at your payslip and you're so disappointed. There was a meme doing rounds of a kid who saw their payslip and they were throwing a tantrum. Yes, because sometimes you feel like that money is not being put in the right use.
To the right use.
Yes, so for me, the president will have to hold him accountable, whether it is through the debate, whether it is through re-electing him or not, he has to be put accountable. But I'm not going to save, well, I'll save my breath on Jubilee's record. I don't think I want to focus on that because we have just 10 days. So whatever I say right now, I don't know whether it can make Smita, yeah.
And of course, there was a question whether really those debates do make a difference to the Kenyan voter, because it's like guys have them, some people say that people have their mind made regardless of what the leaders have to say.
Well,
but that could also be a result of we've had so much from all the leaders, so many promises, that what difference will a debate make? All they'll come and do is just, literally lie through their teeth.
Mike, that's not quite true. Because we hear them in snippets and sound bites.
Yeah.
We hear kuna mpira, we hear Ruto saying mtu wa vitendawili. This was clean. Media had provided, all those people laughing at the social media. It's ridiculous. You don't get 9.8 captive audience.
Yeah.
Millions. So this is clean. No interruptions, except a few contributions by the two Joes, Joe and fake Joe. Clean address. You have a clean field to talk. And I'll go ahead and say it. I think all the things Raila was asked about, Honorable Raila, the president should have been there to answer them. There were the things about corruption, grand corruption. Where exactly did Eurobond money go? Because it's a shifting target. Inflation, we all feel it. Milk now is, 60 shillings, 65.
Bread.
Unemployment, digital was supposed to provide a lot of jobs for youth. They are not there. Security, we've had Westgate, Garissa, and so on. You must come and give us an account of your record because you've been elected, by all the Kenyans. So saying that rules of engagement are not clear and disappearing.
And I understand by virtue of the fact that he is president, of course, people will concentrate a lot on whether he comes or does not come. But let's also not forget that there was the first year of the debate where we had the likes of Dr. Kaluyu, and he had a lot to say about the university.
Yes.
Donkeys and stuff.
And donkeys.
Yes.
The only thing is once in a while he would forget to wang, and he would remind me of Stevens and his village.
Depends on where you are in Nairobi at that point.
Those are non-starters. Yeah? Those are people, something which you're given to chew before you get into the main meal. Those things that are passed around.
No, but
that was what they were. Some of those people, I saw megalomaniacs there, saying they'll modernize education. I saw somebody with a very bizarre accent that kept coming on and off. Like you said, he forgets accent in Aenda, and then, it comes back on.
No, but at least give him credit for the
These
university.
These are people, they tried what? We gave them a lot of free airtime. They had to say nothing. And they'll never get votes. Combined their votes.
Do you agree that they were non-starters?
No,
not quite.
No, I think they needed to be there.
Their votes are up to 0.3%.
But still, someone needed to be there. Okay, that means every time there is two factions and two of them are stronger, the rest of them should not come out. They need to come out and just tell us what they think. They have the time.
That's like a commercial break.
So you guys are saying, Stevens, if you want to become president, you should not just be there because everyone thinks you're a non-starter.
No, we'd rather listen to Solo.
Okay, but if you have time, okay, don't understand. But if you have time, I think everybody deserves the chance to come and just tell Kenyans. And if you don't want to listen, it's okay. But I think just because they showed up and they talked about it, that's good because, they have equal chance.
Sheila, what did they tell you that made sense?
Well, at least we learned that if you're looking for a goat, you don't look for it with
they
the
might
person
be
who stole it.
insignificant. They've been given names, they've been called donkeys, they've been called horses. Look, they might be insignificant during the debate, but should the elections head for the runoffs, we might need them.
And they'll be on the ballot paper.
They will be significant, Smita, unless their supporters decide to...
There's still helping out here.
Unless...
They've been a runoff.
Look, I'm saying unless...
I get more votes than those three guys.
No, Smita.
Right now.
Mike.
Through asking for SMS.
Well, the good thing is that those debates create an opportunity, because remember Abdu Badida, if you remember, he basically garnered more votes than even Martha Karua, who had been in politics for a long time.
Yeah.
And what did he tell us? What I remember from Abdu Badida in the last debate was the fact that if you're eating food, eat portions that you can finish. Imam Wanafai, whatever that, I'm not sure how that would help us today, but I still remember
But
that.
you remember, yes.
So I think an equal opportunity was good.
Equal
But
is
anyway,
important.
moving on now, in the past few days, social media has been up in